Zekin, 2-star 90% is the mark. We've seen in the last matchup, Elevate was able to just creep that percentage up throughout the war, and that was the determining factor. So he's looking to get above that, but clearly that 3-star as well, right into a spring trap.
Yeah, this is what I'm scared about. Like, when you're running right into a spring trap, this is not good news normally. There's the redirect, and this is how he's able to dodge traps, but taking so much damage early on.
Yeah, and he's got to be very careful here. He might have to just... I mean, he's only got 2 invisibility spells left. He can't really double cycle too much here, so he's got to make sure that he keeps this RC alive. She does have some passive healing, so she will be going up in health. There we have the poison spell going off, though. Manages to recall, and fortunately, he has set that defensive funnel.
Yeah, and now he's entering from that top side. The good news for him, I assume, is that the Minion Prince, that hero, can be really, really tough to deal with, and that is around the town hall, which means this is where typically a lot of your troops are still left alive, and they can hopefully handle that hero. But the Root Riders are pushing in, and the pathing into the town hall needs to get set now with this Archqueen and the King on the far right side.
Yeah, maybe we'll even see the Queen ability to help speed that up, because he has to get the Root Riders staying together. He does not want them to split. Fortunately, he's actually got great timing here as the Root Riders are taking out that area. You see the red air mine farm popped by the boogers, so the healers will be saved, even though we see the barrels from the troop launcher getting flung in. But you notice the tight, compact nature of the Root Riders. That's exactly what you want, so the healers can splash and heal all of the troops in that area.
That is right. You have the splash healing of the healers, and this is how those attacks work so successfully. And this is how it always seems like that the troops of the pros always have more hit points, right? Like this, they're just not going down. They're keeping them together. Healers are super efficient, but now it's all about the backhand. The defending king on the backhand with that Mortar Crusher, that's going to be really important to deal with.
He's got the Warden ability still to play. He's got the Ice Golem to tank the Ricochet Cannon on the back end. King ability, RC ability, 1 minute left. Someone has scouted that gold mine, gold storage in the middle, because I noticed something targeted it. I don't know what went to it, but he has got to be careful on that. Make sure he takes that time to not time fail, because he's got enough force here for the back end of the base. Still holding on to that Warden ability, Itsu.
There we go, and he's celebrating. He knows that he has done it. That delayed Eternal Tome ability was just clutch. That Mortar Crusher having no chance whatsoever. The King ability is getting popped, and the first 3-star. They have a lot of ways of getting out of that, that's for sure. But right now, we have the second attacker for Carry Esports, and this is the first Dragon attack of this competition. We have the Royal Champion charge in from the far right side. Question is, are there any traps?
Indeed, because with this, you notice all of those invis spells. He's clearly wanting really good value with the Royal Champion, and should he not get that, there's not a lot he can do with those invis spells to protect the dragon. So let's see what happens. You notice that little blink where she is visible when you're trying to just use a single cycle of invisibility spells, meaning you just use one and then rely on the invisibility of the Fox, but she can't take that damage, and he's lost the Fox already. She is super low right now. Will the Poison Tower pop? Oh, he's used the haste. Good call.
Oh, now he needs to make sure that he is really clutch with those invisibility spells. The ability is active, which means she's moving quick. He wants to get that Town Hall. I think that should be enough with those 2 invisibility spells to get that out. The question is, anything more?
Oh, no, it's not! What? He missed it at the end! That little bit timing where he missed. The Town Hall fired, and that was enough to get the RC down. And notice the Builder Hut as well, repairing that back up. So not only do the dragons have to go through the Town Hall, there's also a multi-inferno there. Oh my goodness, I feel the timing of the Ice Hound there could have been better as well alongside the dragons. He really hasn't taken as much advantage of that ice block as he could have. Gotta try and hold it together here, Den, to make sure they can keep that lead.
And something need to go for that Town Hall. We have the Minion Prince as well right behind, which means any dragons who are getting there might get lured away from the Town Hall. So the second star here needs to be achieved first. And the pathing support for the dragons seem to be not optimal. The Minion Prince going around there. And now take a look at that. Yep. The Minion Prince on defense is luring those dragons away.
Not going to get it. They're not going to get it.
As well. And he's not going to get the second star, maybe.
Oh my goodness. That's where we're talking about. Wars can be changed. He's used the Minion Prince ability, but it's going to be caught out on the outside, and that Town Hall is full in health as well. Will the Minion Prince turn? But will the defending Minion Prince be a difficulty? It moves across, starts firing, he's not going to get it, Itsu! Oh my goodness me!
The Phoenix! Maybe the Phoenix with the Minion Prince can clutch this up. He needs to somehow get that second star. And the Phoenix itself may be doing it, yes!
Hey, you will take any of those opportunities you can. I mean, look, held it together, got those extra troops in. He did what he needed to do. We talked about the percentage game. I feel like Repotted can breathe a sigh of relief now. This is the big defense they needed to be back in it, but they are still a star down. Just one star, though. It's not that kind of double star you talked about. This is exactly what they needed in a potential momentum swing.
Yeah, this is one of the best things which could have happened for Repotted. Obvious reasons, the 1-star would have been even better, but like a lower percentage 2-star is for sure for them a comeback potential into this match. And this is what shows why it's so good and why all of those teams so far
very much in their hands, but based on what we've been seeing, it's unlikely to get 3 stars for the rest of the war, but who knows? Let's see what they've got in store.
And take a look at that. We typically always see the double poison bases, but this time around we have an invisibility tower core, which is not that common. So I'm looking forward to how this is going to work out for General X. I mean, he's known for being a really, really brilliant base builder and is just thinking 3 steps ahead, but maybe Kai is thinking 4 steps ahead.
Like you said, the psychology of psychology, the nightmare of nightmares. I feel the King maybe wanted to go in towards that Fire Spitter. That's why he sent in those Rocket Loons. Wasn't able to finish it off. King with Phoenix will get the multi-arch tower at the bottom. Will not get that Fire Spitter, which he'll be taking quite a bit of damage on throughout this raid. Oh, the Phoenix will be able to snipe it eventually. Maybe not, because the builder's preparing it.
Yeah, how much damage is really happening? It takes quite some time.
Oh, the healers. It might hit the healers as well.
Ooh, the Town Hall. A really nice overgrowth spell placement, catching the invisibility tower, and this means it's not going to go off. The Town Hall can be taken care of, but with those Tesla, things might split quite a bit. It's only some Rocket Loons so far, but there goes the Root Riders.
Yeah.
Everything is going to split.
Yeah, we've got Root Riders going to north. That is where the healers go, but the Root Riders at the bottom, they are toast. That Fire Spitter eventually going down, but just notice the disorganization of this attack in the center of the base. The healers not able to heal those Root Riders up effectively, and that's where you see them getting picked off one by one now, which means he doesn't then have the tanking for his heroes.
That's right, it's going to be really tricky on the back end. The overgrowth for that Mortar Crusher is going to run out somewhat soon, and that defense can crush dreams. He has to somehow get some more percentage points because they are otherwise way further behind.
Yep.
Mortar Crusher is waking up. There are some freezes and from the Ice Golems pulling off. And the Arch Queen luckily is on the outside because this means he's going to pick up many percentage points, hopefully, for him.
Absolutely. If you can have your cleanup troops on the outside of the base when the core defenses aren't firing at you, you're going to be able to drive up that percentage a little bit more. He's still got an Ice Golem, but he can't really use that because the cloned Queen was the one left. So it's not like he could get any value out of that. Maybe he can use it to distract, the Ricochet Cannon as the RC moves through. Helps a little bit, but nothing too drastic. 85%, but that is pretty much where it's going to fall here, Itsu.
That's right, he's not able to match that 90% mark, which we have seen now multiple times. Maybe picking off some more buildings, that's right.
There.
But in the end, it is not the
2-3-star to keep themselves in it.
That's right, otherwise the percentage points are really tough to overcome. We see the next Root Rider attack, but it's no Royal Champion charge. It seems like all of those teams so far are really, really scared to go with the Royal Champion charge. Instead, they're going with the Angry Jolly and Warden charge with the Queen together. Is that the play? That's the big question. As we have her starting up on the far right side, can he enter somehow in the Crusher Mortar? I mean, that is his goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we see time and time again here with this Queen Charge and Warden approach, because if your troops are invisible, then there can be as much damage from these defenses as you want. So you want to try and take out the defenses that are most difficult for the Root Riders, but his Queen ability's gone off here. That's going to impact his recall as well. In what happens, Queens are splitting everywhere. He has to recall, he's missed the healers. Oh my goodness, Itsu.
I am still baffled by the fact that he had an outside Tornado Trap to somehow mess up the funnel with the runes. I mean, that was a really risky play, but they were aware that corner is really, really a high target for the attacker. And in the end, the Mortar Crusher staying alive.
And again, the entry, all of the giant bombs down here predicting that Root Rider entry. With this approach, with the Queen and Royal Champion, you can expect them to go into the Crusher Mortar, so that's where you can put the bait, and this is definitely working out for Repotted. Can Ryuta hold this together? Pops the Rocket Spear of the RC, very sensible to try and get that Town Hall down. But notice all of the archers coming out of the Clan Castle as well. This is going to be tricky to deal with.
And that's a lot of shots which are now going into those Clan Castle troops. with the Rocket Spear, the Royal Champion dropping low really quick. Some of those healers are still on her, which means he may be able to like get some more. Nope, she's going down, and this means he has to use the healer on the far left side, and troops are just going down too quick.
And then with this damage, Esports mode, I can't stress enough how much extra that damage is. Remember, the attacking heroes deal less damage, defenses deal more, defending heroes have more hit points and deal more damage. Equipment is capped as well, you have that level decrease for them. So it really means if things go wrong, the defense is hit hard, and that is what you see here. But you've also got to give props to Repotted Gaming. We talked about their base building, and they clearly predicted that entry.
Yeah, I mean, still having the Treant Trap that far on the outside is a huge risk, because it feels like it only really has an effect if the attacker is playing an opening over there, and exactly that happened. The mind game has worked out for them, and this means it's a great, great defense for Repotted Gaming. And this is now a 10-9 lead. And at the same time as well, the percentage lead at this point is immense.
40 total percentage points and a star in the lead. Repotted in that driving seat. They really just have to, I mean, clutch things together. Absolutely. Let's see what he's got in store. Based on those player videos at the start, based on interviewing Carry Esports prior to these matches as well, Shen had so much confidence, charisma, one of those players that really just puts it all on the line. And you notice here, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Fireball, but there's big damage here. He does get the Headhunter in time to protect that Warden.
Yeah, really nice timing there, making sure the defending Roy Champ is no problem whatsoever. The defending Queen took damage already from the Fireball, so now it's all about those Yetis. We have them walking in. We have the Ice Golems running into Spring Traps. So I feel like this as well was somehow predicted.
Yeah, the freezing gets him basically zero value there. You talked about the P.E.K.K.A earlier, Itsu, and not really getting too much value, but very nicely identified that there's not a huge amount of damage on this right side of the base, no ricochet cannons or anything to take them down quick. So you can set that funnel, have the RC running along that perimeter, try and get the Super Yetis into the center, but the King locked onto by that Monolith, so his ability will go off soon. He's frozen time to protect it just that little bit longer.
Yeah, and we now as well see a lot of times the Druid combined with the Siege Barracks, because this keeps the P.E.K.K.A alive a little bit longer, as we have a lot of going on in the core. And that Royal Champion on the top side, she has to stay alive, get those rockets out, and then this attack looks really solid.
It looks very good. RC picking off those buildings as the Valkyries and Wizards stripping apart everything else. We've got the Super Yetis still helping at the bottom, but he's in a dangerous spot here where there's a clump of defenses in the middle, but nothing right next to it. He's got to try and surround it from each angle. And what does he try and ice block? Get the giant ice blocked. Queen goes down. A little bit too late, I feel, on the ice block, but I think the Queen would have gone down anyway due to the piercing effect of the Fire Spitter.
Yeah, the Valkyries are trying their best to at least push the percentage higher, but in the end, the Fire Spitter with those tests, and as well the Poison Tower slowly but surely reloading. But in the end, it's going to be a high percentage 2-star, but not what were they hoping for. Carry Esports,
Clash Clans World Champions.